Hello and welcome to That Was Golf. I'm your host, Calum MacVicar. Great to have you with us for the season roundup episodes covering the PGA Tour FedEx Cup Fall and the LPGA Tour. The LPGA Tour is an elite-level women's golf tour for female professional golfers from around the world. The season starts in January and runs through until the season-ending Tour Championship in November. Events are largely held in the USA, with events also taking place in Thailand, Singapore, China, Mexico, Scotland, Canada, South Korea, Malaysia, and Japan. Prize purses for events range from 1.7 to 12 million US dollars, with first place prizes ranging from 255,000 to 4 million US dollars. Throughout the season, players earn points towards the Race to CME Globe Order of Merit, as well as Rolex Women's World Golf Rankings points. Last weekend, the season-ending CME Group Tour Championship was held at Tiburon Golf Club in Naples, Florida, USA. World number one Gino Titicun swept aside the competition as she ran out winner, finishing on a score of 26 under par for the tournament, 4 shots clear of the field. This is the second successive year that Titicun has won the Tour Championship, and this year she walked away with a winner's check of 4 million US dollars, the largest in women's golf history. Final top 10 on the Order of Merit at the end of the season was first place and winning the Tour's Order of Merit, Gino Titicun on 4,066 points with 20 events played. Second place was Mayu Yamashita with 2,790 points from 25 events played. Third place was Minjee Lee with 2,694 points from 22 events played. Fourth place was Ryo Takeda with 2,053 points from 30 events played. Fifth place was Nelly Korda with 1,957 points from 19 events played. Sixth place was Se Young Kim with 1,918 points from 21 events played. Seventh place was Hyo Ju Kim with 1,873 points from 18 events played. Eighth place was Hai Jin Choi with 1,839 points from 24 events played. Ninth place was Nasa Hatuaka with 1,818 points with 23 events played. And 10th place was Somi Lee with 1,772 points from 27 events played. And now for some statistics from throughout the year. Winner of the Rolex Annika Major Award for Best Performance in the year's majors was Minjee Lee. Rookie of the Year was won by Mayu Yamashita. The Vare Trophy for Best Scoring Average throughout the season was won by Gino Titicun with an average score of 68.68. Best Average Driving Distance was Julia Lopez Ramirez with an average driving distance of 285.42 yards. Best Driving Accuracy was by Andrea Lee, who hit 916 fairways out of 1,084 attempts for a percentage of 84.5. Most sand saves was by Minjee Lee, who had 95 attempts and made 58 sand saves for a percentage of 61.05. Best putts per round was by Hyo Ju Kim with an average putts per round of 28.59. And lastly, of the 33 events on the LPGA Tour schedule this year, there were 30 unique winners, with Gino Titicun and Mayu Yamashita being the only multiple events winners. Gino winning 3 times and Mayu winning twice. The FedEx Cup Fall is a series of 7 events on the PGA Tour, allowing players outside of the top 50 after the conclusion of the regular season FedEx Cup playoffs to improve their position on the Order of Merit standings. This year, the cutoff for players to retain their full PGA playing status for the following season was changed from top 125 down to the top 100 players. Players finishing 101st to 150th at the end of the FedEx Cup Fall will earn conditional status on the PGA Tour. Conditional status means these players will be entitled to less starts on the tour next year, and the amount of starts will change depending on their ranking. Players outside of the top 100 can regain higher status level on the PGA Tour by participating in Q School. The top 40 players from 101st to 200th who choose this avenue will go directly into final stage qualifying, whereas the remainder of the PGA Tour members will begin their Q School journey at second stage qualifying. The top 5 players at the end of Q School will earn PGA Tour status for the 2026 season, which will be of a higher level of status than the players who finish 101st to 150th. Players finishing 51st to 60th earn themselves starts in 2 of the PGA Tour's signature events as an added bonus for their end-of-season performance. Sami Välimäki, Max Grazerman, Garrick Higgo, Rico Hoey, Nico Aikavaria, Aldrich Potgieter, Chris Kirk, Aaron Rai, Minwoo Lee and Max McGreevy all earn a place in the fields for the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am and the Genesis Invitational next year. 4 of these 7 events on the FedEx Cup Fall featured first-time winners on the PGA Tour, with Stephen Fisk, Michael Brennan, Adam Schenk and Sami Välimäki all gaining PGA Tour fully exempt status through to the end of the 2027 season as reward for their efforts. Scotty Scheffler, Ben Griffin and Xander Schauffele found themselves winners on the other 3 events. At the conclusion of the FedEx Cup Fall, some of the most notable players finishing outside the top 100 and missing out on full playing status for 2026 include Matt Wallace, Max Homa, Tom Kim, Adam Scott and Billy Horschel. For these players, Q-School second stage will begin on December 2nd through to December 5th, and final stage qualifying will begin on December 11th, finishing on the 14th of December. And that brings you up to date for the FedEx Cup Fall and the LPGA Tour 2025 season. Thanks very much for listening in to this episode. Wherever you get your podcasts from, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all future episodes, released every Tuesday, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.